about abortion. I know E-Bible's position and your position on the subject. I agree with you that it is murder. However, opponents for abortion say that special consideration be taken for three scenarios that might arise. Those being rape, incest, or the health of the mother. That being said, we know that, I want to give an example. The Israelis were attacked by Hamas. They're finding out that many of the women were raped by the Hamas soldiers. Now, if any of those women that were ended up being pregnant, did they have to carry the baby to term? What is your opinion on that?
Well, when we're talking about abortion, we're talking about taking the life of a child, and that is killing. And God says, "Thou shalt not kill." The only exceptions God allows to killing are the government. The government can execute, or soldiers can kill in warfare, but even there's laws concerning, the nature of the battle, and so if a woman or a girl is raped and becomes pregnant, the rape is more than likely the worst thing that's ever happened to her, and um, and all of this, first of all, is a result of man's sin. It's not God who made these kinds of terrible situations, where people are pressed to, if they do one thing or another. It's all a result of man's rebellion against God and his sin against God, and the lusts, the evil deeds of men bring about these situations. And then, we look to the Bible for the wisdom of God to guide us and instruct us what is the thing I should do. And that's all we can say. We can't, we can just say, this is what the Bible would direct us to do. We know, number one, thou shalt not kill. Okay, so then we have to, if we are the girl, and the girl is the child of God, I do not want an abortion. I want to have the baby, and that wisdom, you can see how the rape is terrible. The experience of it is again the worst thing, and then to have a living child within you and have that life put out, that's a terrible experience. And so there's nothing good about that. But on the other hand, for someone who's had the first terrible experience, and then they carry the baby, and the baby is born. The baby has nothing to do with the rape. It's its own independent life that God created using those circumstances. And the girl or woman who carries the baby could give it up for adoption, or could raise it, and yet now think of the soothing nature of doing so. In other words, in the future, here is the girl, and she's going to think back, without question, from time to time, the thing that happened, the images, the horror of it, and why God? And then she thinks, well, as a result, I brought forth a beautiful little boy or a beautiful little girl, and I gave it, I gave it up for adoption, and now that child is living, and some parents are able to raise that child who have always desired to do so. And you see how purpose, meaning is very important. Psychology, with our psyche, with our mind, with what's going on with us. We can go through anything with purpose and meaning. We can have the most awful of experiences and survive through them, grow through them, be strengthened by them when we realize there's purpose and meaning behind it. And the other, I won't say option because it's not an option as far as God is concerned. The other thing to do that is being done in the world is kill the baby. And then in the future, when that girl or woman thinks of the horror of the whole experience, she's going to include the horror of the abortion. It's going to be one extended, horrific memory with no purpose, no meaning. Why did it happen? Or no, sort of medicine. And that's what man's wisdom, you can pretty much count. I mean, you can pretty much be assured man's wisdom is always to do the thing that he thinks is quick and easy, and it's always wrong. It's always wrong. If the world's telling you get an abortion, don't. The world doesn't have a clue. It doesn't know anything about anything when it comes to right things, true things, moral things. If the world says it's wrong, it's probably right. And if the world says no, then it's probably a good thing to say yes, and so forth. It's normally the opposite. But thank you.